Well, greetings to Penn's class of 2027. That may be the best thing I get to say in this particular moment, and I'm delighted to be. I'm David Fox, I'm the Director of New Student Orientation, and I have the pleasure and the honor of beginning this and, in a sense, kind of launching what will be a week of extraordinary experiences for all of you. Many of you have already had some, I'm sure. We'll continue to for the remainder of the week, and I look forward to continuing to see you throughout. What you're about to see is a group of really dedicated people who have the role of helping make this a transition for you to a happy, healthy life on the Penn campus. And I'm extremely grateful for all of them, but I want to take a special moment to acknowledge my own staff. I may be the director of New Student Orientation, but I stand before you in the role of 11 people who worked to make this an extraordinary experience. They spent the entire summer making this the best NSO ever. The professional staff, Alex, Andrea, and Troy. I hope we move to the next, oh, that's my job, isn't it? We'll move to the next slide. This is our merry band. Alex, Andrea, and Troy among the professional staff, and our student interns, Isaiah, Bella, Kelly, Janine, Marisol, Raven, George, and Luke. So please join me in giving it up for these amazing people. There's one other thing I get to do in my 5 minutes here on the stage, and that is to impress upon you something that means a lot to me as part of coming to Penn, something that I did 30 years ago and have remained ever since. I'm originally a Los Angelino, so Penn is new to me and Philadelphia was new to me, as it is to many of you. And I do want to emphasize both parts of that. Much of what you'll do this week is get more familiar with the world of the university and the campus and all of the riches it has to offer. But I also want to remind you, you are, at least for the next 4 years, Philadelphians. For many of you, that's going to be new, and your adopted city is an amazing place, full of extraordinary resources. And you will be doing yourselves a disservice if you don't take advantage of those. So I'm going to give you a mini travelogue in a few minutes that will sort of launch some of the things that I think and hope you will take advantage of while you're here in Philadelphia. And I'm going to start with one that we're going to help make happen for you, and that is a visit to the Philadelphia Museum of Art. That is Saturday night, as many of you know. It has been our signature event for a long time. Those of you who have been there can attest to this. It is one of the great museums of the world, an amazing collection, a fantastic space. It is ours for the entire evening, and it will be fun, as I promise you. There's a little glimpse you can get of the room in action. It will also be very educational. It's an amazing collection, and you'll get a chance to see it. As some of you know, I hope if you've read your calendars, there is a specific focus this year. Penn celebrates the arts, and the museum is one aspect of that, but we will also be using the year to focus on the performing arts, which is a very rich tradition, deeply embedded in Penn's DNA. I'll say more about this tomorrow, but I just want to give you a glimpse of what you have to look forward to. Avenue of the Arts, Broad Street, this is the sort of central section of Broad Street, which has many of Philly's most prominent theaters, including the Kimmel Center for the Performing Arts, which is the home to the Philadelphia Orchestra. This is a quite new theater, one of the major concert halls in the world. It doesn't really take the place of. We also have just across the street from that, the Philadelphia Academy of Music, which is the home to the opera company, the ballet company, and lots of visiting attractions, including Broadway shows. This is one of the earliest 19th century style opera houses built in Philadelphia. So Broad Street will be a wonderful locus for you. It's less than a mile and a half away. Also in your neighborhood, I want to sort of stress the various kinds of resources we have is Clark Park, just a block or so away from campus. Clark Park is a wonderful open green space. It's also home to a number of performances, including Shakespeare in the Park, which goes on generally in the warmer weather, and it's also a great place for farmers markets. Moving a little further into downtown Philadelphia, if you have not yet been, please make sure you get to Reading Terminal Market, which is a huge block-long kind of enclosure where local farmers, in particular, from all over Pennsylvania come and have set up booths. You can eat, it's an eat-in place. It's also a place to get all kinds of extraordinary produce and sort of locally grown Philadelphia and Pennsylvania foods. Chinatown, right around the corner, is another kind of hub neighborhood, an extraordinarily active place. I want to be careful of saying this around public safety, but it is a very good late night spot to go. Just be safe. But if you're looking for late night activities, it goes well into the wee hours and has kind of extraordinary things going on, open restaurants, etc. I imagine this is an image that's familiar to you. Certainly one of the first places I checked out when I came to Pennsylvania. This is, of course, Independence Hall, really, in a way, the founding building of constitutional American government. It is part of a kind of wonderful park area, the historic mall, again in Midtown, not very far. All of these things are walkable. I want to make that point. If you're looking for something a little different, Elfreth's Alley is the oldest continually inhabited neighborhood in this country. It was begun actually in the 17th century. Many of those little houses, they are quite small, still have residents in them, but it's also kind of a lovely place to sit. There are many kind of coffee places around there, and this is closer to the Delaware River. If you're willing to go a little further afield, again, not very far away, Bartram's Garden, which is about a little over 2 miles, I think. You can walk it on the Riverwalk, or you can also take a trolley and get there. It also is an old residence. This was built in the 17th century, which is now, the residence is still there, but it's largely, it's kind of a museum area. Mostly it's just beautiful open park-like space and a great place to hang out. And if you want even more of that and an even grander place, part of the University of Pennsylvania actually is Morris Arboretum. It's not located on campus. It's actually quite a few miles away, but an easy bus trip that Penn makes easy. Morris Arboretum, a great place to go at any time of year. If you happen to be around in December, there's a wonderful kind of Christmas train exhibit that goes on, which is always a great fun thing to do. If you do, I hope you'll be doing these things. I would be happy to give you some more advice. Please stay in touch with me by email. More than anything else, what I get to say now is just welcome to Penn and welcome to Philadelphia. And also welcome to my friend and esteemed colleague, Karu Kazuma, who is the Vice Provost for University Life, and will tell you a little more about what his office does.
All right, good morning, everyone. I know you're all a little tired, but good morning, everyone. All right. Again, my name is Karu Kozuma. I'm Vice Provost of University of Life. I use he, him pronouns, and I am so glad to be able to say hello to all of you and welcome you to campus. I lead a division of 17 student-facing, student-serving departments that 133 staff members work for, and they want to get to know you. They also want to get to know your story. Your story may include your family's story. Your story may include your community's story. Whatever the case may be, we want to play a role in your story. Not only for you to share that story, but to live that story. Penn is going to be part of that story now. And Penn, part of that Penn story is being on a journey. Now, all the folks in University of Life, folks in college houses, folks in business services, public safety, all of us want to make sure that you can live your story to the fullest. So we want you to experience a few things. We want you to build a community or communities. Maybe your community is going to be your floor in your college house. Maybe your community is going to be the student organization that you join. Maybe your community is going to be the set of tutors who are going to be at Houston Hall on weeknights working with students to be able to get through the academic rigors. Whoever your community is going to be, we want you to have a community. We also want to make sure that you pursue your passions. Now, maybe your passions lead you to the Office of Student Affairs because you want to enhance your leadership skills, or maybe your passions lead you to Platt Student Performing Art House because you want to have a part in a play, be part of an a cappella group, be part of a dance troupe, or maybe your passion's about internships for a career and you need to be able to get some help, so you may utilize career services. Whatever your passions are, we're going to be here to help support you in that. The other thing is, we want to make sure you discover the resources available to you. Now, you all got into Penn, so I'm going to ask you a few things. Compete less with each other and collaborate more. You all belong here. And sometimes when you all belong at a place, you feel like there's going to be smooth sailings. And there's going to be some challenges that you may experience. We just want to make sure that you recognize there are resources here for you so you can get through those challenges. That's what part being a larger community is about. And be able to get through those challenges, I think I'm pushing you to think about this binary of success and failure, that it's one or the other. Think about success maybe about the experience, about the process, about facing those challenges so you can actually grow and develop as a person. In order to get through all that, I'm going to ask you to think of one other element, which is adding into your story, your journey here at Penn, care for each other. It's really important that we care for each other. In our pursuit to belong, perhaps we can make sure that we don't exclude others. So in your week during NSO, if you're in a circle and you see someone outside that circle, invite that person in. I know it's hard sometimes to care for someone that you don't know or you initially think they don't deserve it, but being a community means that we have to care for each other. That will be the difference between us just being a collection of individuals versus a thriving community that care. But we're going to be part of that care for you. So I want to make sure that you recognize that among the many people who are in this room, we all want to get to know each of all of you. So think through who can be that person for you. Maybe your RA, maybe your academic advisor, maybe the person sitting next to you. I'm going to keep this short because we have some great resources that are going to talk about how we can be part of that journey. But I just want to thank you again for being part of this community, welcoming you to Penn. And before I hand this off, I want to give yourselves a round of applause because you all deserve to be able to be proud about this moment. So give yourself a round of applause. I'm going to turn this over to our dear friend, colleague, Vice President for Public Safety, Kathleen Shields Anderson, and congratulations and welcome to Penn again.
Thanks, Carew. Welcome, everyone. I'm Kathleen Shields Anderson. I am the Vice President for Public Safety and have spent some time with your families yesterday telling you about some of our resources. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to tell you about some of our resources. So you're going to hear from my team at Public Safety. You're going to hear from Carew's team over at University Life, as well as our wellness office. How many in here are from Philadelphia? I know there are about 150 people. All right. I live in Philadelphia. I'm a Philadelphia resident. So we're going to need all of you to help all your new classmates kind of help get to know Philadelphia, as David was pointing out some of it. But then in addition to those who are from Philadelphia, I think we have people here from about 48 states. I met someone from Washington, D.C. yesterday. I know I met some people from California, and as well as some of the territories. And then in addition to that, I think about 19% of you are international students. If you're an international student, raise your hand if you feel comfortable. Nice. Awesome. So all of you are coming from literally all over the world. Some of you from a few blocks away, some of you from a completely separate part of the world. And so the experience, as Carew said, that you bring with you is going to be great and different to share with everybody who's in this room. But also knowing that whatever experience you're bringing here around safety, around resources, around mental health is unique to you. But what we're here to tell you about is what your resources will be in those fields while you're here, because we're here to help you navigate all of those things while you're here. So we're going to start with a little video, and then you're going to hear from a bunch of people. So welcome.
Welcome Welcome to Penn!
We're this year's NSO interns, and we're so excited to welcome the class of 2027.
Don't forget to check out the schedule of events we've made for you.
See you there!
Go Quakers!
Hello, and welcome to the great city of Philadelphia and the University of Pennsylvania.
Penn is home to the first student union in the nation, still active today at Houston Hall, the hub of community and belonging.
The University of Pennsylvania is your new home, and we are committed to creating an inclusive and safe environment. We invite you to join various student organizations or visit our cultural resource centers where you can find your place and space at Penn.
To accomplish all of this, we partner and collaborate with offices such as public safety to offer a safe, supportive, caring environment.
Welcome to the Penn family. The next time you walk to Penn Park or to DRL for a math or physics class, be sure to take Smith Walk. It's a real treasure.
Hi, welcome to Penn. Philadelphia has an amazing energy that's infectious, and you're going to love every second of it.
My favorite thing about Philadelphia and Penn is that there's so much to do. You will never get bored. Please take advantage of it in your 4 years here.
Penn is a college town. 300,000 college students going around. Enjoy the time.
Go Penn!
So one of my favorite things about Philadelphia is the arts here. We have the nation's largest public art program with the Philadelphia Mural Arts Program, and you'll be walking down the street and look up and see the entire side of a building that's painted with a beautiful mural that's depicting history and culture that's related to the community that you're in.
One of my favorite things about the Philly community is all of the great walkable neighborhoods. I live in the Italian market, and it's one of my favorite places to just walk around on the weekends, get some coffee, get some food, spend time with family and friends. I know you're gonna love it and can't wait to explore with you.
Hi, welcome to Penn. My favorite thing about living and working in Philly is the great architecture that we have in this really historic city. I love getting off the train every morning and stepping into 30th Street Station and looking up at the amazing Art Deco architecture of the building.
Hello and welcome to Penn. One of my favorite places here is Locust Walk, mostly because during the school year you can find any number of student groups promoting their shows and their events, and my office has a little part to do with that. And I just think it feels quintessential campus, college, and it's a great place to see your friends.
Welcome to Penn. Glad you come here to the university, and you'll have no worries here, and it's a wonderful place to be here in Philly. Penn University is a great school to attend, and we're glad to have you here.
Hi, welcome. My name is Kia Lore. I am the Associate Director at the Greenfield Intercultural Center. I'm here in the iconic GIC living room. We are a home away from home. And my favorite thing about the University of Pennsylvania is the vibrancy of the different cultures and the different communities of belonging here.
Hi everyone, my name is Becca and I work in the college office, and I just wanted to say welcome to Penn. My favorite thing about Philadelphia is our amazing food scene. Make sure that you check out all of our local small restaurants in Center City and West Philly.
Welcome to Penn. My two favorite things about the city of Philadelphia is the food and the history.
My favorite thing is Boathouse Row. If you're into fitness, Kelly Drive is a perfect place to take a run.
Welcome to Penn. We're so happy to have you here on campus. I look forward to meeting many of you. In the meantime, what's my favorite thing about the city of Philadelphia? The arts and culture and the fantastic restaurants.
I came to Penn as a first-year international student and never left. Welcome home.
Welcome to Penn. I'm Mark, Executive Director of Penn First Plus, and what I love about Philly is the easy access to all of the city's parks and natural resources.
One thing that I absolutely love about Philadelphia is the vibrant and robust LGBTQ+ community. We have an entire neighborhood dedicated to us called the Gayborhood, where there's lots of fun and exciting things to do. There's a rich history, and of course, the beautiful and amazing people you get to connect with. Welcome to Penn, folks.
has a great sports scene, from the Broad Street Run
to the Penn Relays,
Boathouse Row, not to mention our great sports teams,
Sixers, Phillies, and Eagles,
and their mascots. Go Birds!
Go Birds!
Welcome, class of 2027. I am Sergeant Nicole Michelle, and this is Sergeant Sean Mackey.
Good morning.
And we're going to be giving you some safety tips today, but before we start, we're going to do something very important. So I need everybody to take out your phones. And then we're going to turn on our flashlights, and we're going to take a picture. So I need everybody to light up. We do this every year. Everybody. Nice, keep going. All right. Can we say class of 2027 on 3? We could just, all right. We'll do a selfie first. Okay. Ready on 3. 1, 2, 3. That was so weak. Come on. Come on. I'm tired too. One more time. 1, 2, 3. So much better. So much better. Okay. Before you put your phones away, turn your flashlights off. But before you put your phones away, you should already have this number in your phone, because I know you guys were all told multiple times to put it in your phone. But we're going to put it in if you don't have it. Sergeant Mackey, tell them that phone number.
Phone number is going to be 215-573-3333. And from any campus phone, you can dial 511.
So with this phone number here, when you're on campus, we don't want you to call 911. We want you to call this number. Why do you not call 911? Because when you're on our campus and you call this number, we're going to respond a lot faster. We have the same resources and services that if you were to call 911, but we're going to get there a lot quicker. We are your police department. So just know, dial this number when you're on campus. Okay, next point. This is a map of University City. So we just want you to know a few things on this map. In that blue area that you see, that is your campus. That's our patrol zone. So in that area, when you dial that number, we will be coming to help you. In that little red area, that's your core of campus. So when you guys all first came to Penn and you were walking around campus and touring all the buildings, you were in that area. So that's the core of campus where you'll spend most of your time studying and hanging out with your friends. And just that outside area, that's what we call University City District. We have a lot of resources outside that area as well. So just know 30th to 43rd, Market to Baltimore, is our patrol zone.
And I'm going to give you some information about our University Police Department. So our University Police Department is an accredited police department. We are fully armed officers, and we have full arrest powers within the state of Pennsylvania. We also have a proactive patrol unit. We have vehicles, we have foot patrol, we have bicycle patrol, and we have motorcycle patrol. We have a full service detective unit. We have a community relations unit. We also have a PAL officer that goes around for the city of Philadelphia for the PAL program. We also have a dedicated canine unit, a traffic safety unit, along with the bicycle unit and the motorcycle unit. So as you can tell, we wear different uniforms. Me being part of the canine unit and also part of our emergency response team, I wear a black uniform. As you can see for patrol, they wear the light blue and navy blue pants for patrol. The differences between the two is I go through a little more training than what a patrol officer went through. As a canine sergeant, I've went through 18 weeks of canine training to be with my canine partner, who you'll see one of our canines a little later in the program. And then we also, our security partners that we work with the Allied Universal Security Department and University City District security officers as well. And these are a couple of their officers that are here with us tonight as well. We also offer a walking escort service that I want you to also remember this phone number as well, which is 215-898-WALK, which is 9255. So it's available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and it's a walking escort that we provide through public safety. So they can provide escorts between 30th Street to 43rd and Market Street to Baltimore. Also with the University City District Security Department, they also do escorts from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. between 30th Street and 50th Street, Spring Garden Street to Woodland Street. So how would you request a walking escort? You can ask any public safety officer that's on patrol or inside of any of the buildings. You can also call that number, 215-898-WALK, and use any of the many buildings or blue light phones that are located throughout the campus. Also, as you can see, they wear different types of uniforms, as we do as well. You have University City District that wears a security uniform where it's blue with yellow and black. And then you also have our bike unit for the Allied University where they wear the yellow shirts. He's a bike officer, so he has his shorts on today. And then you have the officers that work inside our buildings, and they're usually a little more with the shirt and tie or the laid-back polo shirts. So that's the uniform that they wear as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, class of 2027. Welcome to Penn. My name is Om. I'm a senior here at Penn, and Hakeem and I hope that your experience at Penn will not be confined to Penn's campus, that you'll spend time engaging with the broader community, including the wonderful, vibrant West Philadelphia community. And in that spirit, we are here today to introduce you to the hub for civic and community engagement on campus, the Netter Center.
And hi, and good morning, everybody. My name is Hakeem, and I work at the Netter Center currently as an Emerson Fellow, and I graduated from Penn in 2022. I'm a current Penn graduate student, and last but not least, I'm West Philly born and raised. And we're here to tell you about the Netter Center this morning. And the Netter Center, what we do, we build mutually beneficial partnerships between the West Philadelphia community and the Penn community.
The first of our initiatives you may have heard of, academically based community service courses. Academically based community service courses combine academic learning with a real-world community service component. And to give you an example, last year I took a class, or my sophomore year, I took a class called Sociology of Education. And on Tuesdays, for about 90 minutes, we would discuss themes in American education. And then we would leave Penn's campus and travel to a local Philadelphia high school and talk to students about the college application process. So meeting with the students added another dimension to my learning, made it so much more real and fun. I built relationships in that class that were stronger than my relationships in any of my other classes. And thanks to that class, I had the foundation to contribute to more community service moving forward. So you can sign up for ABCS courses on Path at Penn. Just click on academically based community service under the university attribute drop-down menu.
All right, great. And the next thing is our university-assisted community partnerships, which happen with community organizations in primarily local West Philadelphia elementary and high schools. So as an undergraduate, I was able to start with a couple of other Penn students who have since graduated doing amazing things, an initiative at Robeson High School, which is 2 blocks down off of Penn's campus on 42nd Street. And I was able to take part in an initiative and create an initiative that focused on literacy and supporting students in the literacy. And this was an enriching experience, not just because we talked about literacy, but it was a space, and this happened during the pandemic, where we were also able to talk about current events with the students, support them in other ways besides just the academic component. And this was so enriching, and I would define it as sweet, because we were able to talk to students. I was able to find out what I enjoyed doing. I was able to connect with my community much more than I had before, and I'm from West Philly, and I was able to be a part of something much bigger than myself. And I'm still at the Netter Center. And I want to tell all of you that you all can connect with the West Philadelphia community and have a richer and deeper connection with that, but you can also be a part of something bigger than yourself with the Netter Center.
And we have a host of other work study, internship, and volunteer opportunities So you might be wondering, how do I get involved with these programs? My friends, let's take out our phones right now and scan this QR code on the screen. You can sign up for our Civic Engagement newsletter, which is debuting this fall right now. And this will deliver a slate of programs. You could fill out the form very quickly right to your inbox. So go ahead and punch in your information. My friends, the Netter Center has been the most enriching experience, part of my Penn experience thus far. It's truly mutually beneficial. You can build meaningful friendships, gain strong professional skills, and contribute to efforts to alleviate critical social issues in the local community, such as a lack of racial diversity in the engineering pipeline or food insecurity. Wanted to shout out a few of our other events. We have our school supplies drive preceptorial this Saturday and our civic and community engagement fair on September 8th on Locust Walk. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to the Netter Center. We'd love to connect you with the local community.
And so here are some safety tips. And these are not specific to Philly. These are not specific to Penn. This is for you to keep in mind wherever you go. You could be in New York, you can be in Boston, you could be somewhere in Florida. But these are safety tips for you just to keep everybody safe, to keep your valuables safe, and to make sure everything is all right. So first bullet point, keep valuables like phones out of sight, and keep them in places like inside your bag or your pockets.
If you're near campus, you can use the walking escort service if you like. There's the number up on the screen.
And if you're approached for money or other resources, kindly decline. There are other resources and reputable resources that you can donate money to.
Carry with you only necessary valuables such as debit cards and credit cards.
And refrain from wearing headphones while you're walking or jogging. You want to be aware of everything that's going on around you.
And when possible, walk with friends. Class of 2027, it's been such a pleasure to speak with you today. Hakeem and I hope your experience at Penn will be filled with collaborative engagement and connection with the broader Philadelphia community. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. I hope you did take note of all of the different ways you can get involved in Philadelphia, both from the kind of originating speakers as well as to the Netter Center. We're really excited for you to explore the city, and you've got a taste of all of the different folks' favorite parts of Philadelphia. I hope you also took in some of those safety tips. Those are really important. They're probably things you have already heard, right, throughout your life. You have heard those types of safety tips. And we recognize that, harm reduction and risk reduction are parts of our everyday lives as we are in Philadelphia, at Penn, and beyond. And even when you do every single thing right, there is a small chance that you might experience crime or interpersonal violence or anything like that, an incident of harm. And I want you to know that my Office of Special Services is there to support you, to support your friends, to be there with you in the wake of any type of incident. And let's be very clear, it is never the fault of the person who's experienced the harm, but we want to be with you every single step of the way of any type of process, both inside of Penn or outside of Penn. We'll be with you for any court process, any medical, whatever it might be. We don't want you having to navigate anything on your own. I know we showed you the Penn Patrol Zone before, that blue shaded section, the campus. That's where you're going to see our Penn police officers. Special Services is not bound by those same geographical boundaries or any chronological boundary either. So if something happened to you before you ever got to Penn, before you ever were affiliated with us, and it's coming up for you in ways now or later on, 2 years from now, please get in touch with us. We want to be supportive. In addition to our self-defense and empowerment courses that are completely free for everyone, sign up on our website. Just Google Penn Public Safety, self-defense. It's fun to throw a couple punches every now and then. Sign up for the classes. We are also a confidential resource. So anything shared with us does not necessarily have to go anywhere that you don't want to go. So please do feel free and comfortable to chat with us. We partner with a number of offices across the university, a lot of them that you're going to be meeting during NSO, a lot of the folks that have already been on this stage. One of our key partners when it comes to interpersonal violence, prevention, as well as response, are our good partners over at Penn Violence Prevention.
Awesome, thank you. Good morning, everyone. That was not great. Let's try one more time. Good morning, everyone. Yes, class of 27. My name is Elise Sosha. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the director of Penn Violence Prevention here on campus. And as Paige mentioned, we are a confidential resource office and Primarily, we are responsible for working with you all to equip you all with tools, resources, education needed to prevent harm from happening and to get you to be in and stay in safe and healthy relationships while you're in our campus, throughout your career and beyond. We do that through a number of ways, but primarily through offering customized workshops for you all, for your student groups, for any athletic teams you might be a part of, Greek organizations, leadership opportunities, affinity spaces. In your college houses, please call us. We want to be with you. We'll do it for staff and faculty as well on healthy relationships, on setting good boundaries, on good communication skills, practicing consent, and being a good bystander. A lot of those workshops are offered by us, the PVP staff, but the best ones are offered by your peers. Our peer educators are Penn anti-violence educators who are college students like yourself who are specially trained in the prevention of interpersonal violence and who can do great trainings with you all in your spaces. And to that end, I am excited to let you know that you'll see me all tomorrow, all 2,451 of you, or whatever the final number is, at Consent Circles. Consent Circles is one of the mandatory activities that you all will be doing tomorrow. It is an opportunity to practice skills and language around consent in your everyday relationships and while you're on our campus. Those will be led, again, not by staff, but by your peers. So by college students who are using the same language as you. You know I don't know the new lingo, but your peers do. They'll practice it with you. And one thing I'd like to highlight about Consent Circles, and just to note that that's in your mandatory events website. Find your room number for that. That's all in all of your programming, but I just really want to see you all there tomorrow. And I think one great thing about Consent Circles is that you'll also get introduced to a number of different resources on campus. And like Paige outlined, we partner with so many groups on campus, student wellness, student health and counseling, the wellness team, but also our friends at Student Intervention Services, not only around interpersonal violence, but other issues that might arise for you while you're on campus, so that, like Paige outlined, you never have to go through it alone. There's always someone here who can support you in whatever your need is on campus. And one of our favorite partners in that regard is Student Intervention Services.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Penn. My name is Lauren Rudick. I'm from Student Intervention Services, and my office works with students who have any kind of emergency or crisis. That can include interpersonal violence, like Elise said, or crime, like Paige mentioned. It can also include accidents, injuries, family situations, financial emergencies, and concerns about friends as well. Our role is to be a support for all of you, to meet with you and talk about what your individual needs are, to connect you with resources such as student health or counseling if you need that, to help you problem solve, help you navigate the university, to let your school know when you're not able to attend classes because you're having an emergency or when you're not able to do your academic work, and to help you get extensions on those things. We are on call 24/7, so we are always available for students having any kind of emergency. And we want to be there, like Paige said, to journey with you and to support you. I hope that all of you have a very healthy, safe, happy time here at Penn. But if you do experience a medical emergency, I also want you to know that we are very, very fortunate here at Penn to have an amazing student organization, the Medical Emergency Response Team, that provides emergency services for students.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Penn. It's so great to see everyone. My name is Max, and I'm a senior in the college studying sociology, and I'm also the chief of MERT for this year, which is the Medical Emergency Response Team.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amelie. I'm also a senior in the college, and I'm studying biology and French, and I'm the captain of MERT for this year. So who is MERT? MERT, or the Medical Emergency Response Team, is a volunteer, student-run emergency medical services agency here on campus. We have around 60 active members, and we're all Pennsylvania state-licensed EMTs, or emergency medical technicians. MERT is responsible for responding to all different types of emergency calls within the Penn Patrol Zone. So that includes everything from intoxication to seizures, athletic emergencies, and things like that. We provide free and confidential medical care. We're in service between 5 p.m. and 7 a.m. on the weekdays and 24/7 every weekend. If you're on campus and you're having a medical emergency, please call the number 215-573-3333.
All right, thank you, Amelie. On this next slide, I'm going to talk a little bit more about Penn's medical amnesty policy, as well as the alternative response unit. But before I get started, I just want to preface this slide by saying that the image that you see here is not a real patient, nor a real crew. This was taken during one of our mass casualty incident drills, during which we prepare for any large-scale emergency medical disasters or events that might happen on campus. So rest assured, when you call MERT, there will not be a camera crew photographing you. You'll be safe. But I think that leads into the part where MERT is more than EMS. We don't just have our service hours, but we also have trainings to keep us up to date, as well as community outreach events, whether that's CPR classes, first aid classes, or Narcan trainings. But talking about Penn's medical amnesty policy, it states that no students who are seeking medical treatment for an alcohol or drug-related overdose or misuse will be subject to disciplinary action from the university for the sole reason of possessing or using those substances, even if they are underage, and this also applies to any bystanders. So let's say you're calling on behalf of your friend or your roommate, you are also protected under medical amnesty. So this really encourages you to seek out help when needed during these types of emergencies. And now transitioning to a little bit more about how MERT operates. MERT works very closely with the University of Pennsylvania Police Department, as well as the Philadelphia Fire Department. And so when a medical emergency comes in, these three agencies will respond together. So UPPD and MERT have a special partnership with the fire department known as the Alternative Response Unit, which is an SUV that's staffed by a paramedic and EMT from the fire department located on Penn's campus Wednesday through Saturday, 5 p.m. to 3 a.m., and they provide transportation to the hospital for free for Penn-affiliated patients. So MERT doesn't transport patients. MERT is a first response agency, meaning that we arrive on scene, on our bikes, do initial evaluation, treatment, and stabilization, and we hand off care to the fire department, who then takes the patient over to the hospital. So MERT, UPPD, and Air 1 operate within the Penn Patrol Zone, which is located between 30th Street and 43rd Street, and between Market Street and Baltimore Avenue. And I'm going to hand it off to Chris, who is from PFD, and specifically Air 1, who will speak a little bit more about his unit.
So welcome, my name is Lieutenant Christopher Galasso. I work for the Philadelphia Fire Department. We do have the partnership with the University of Pennsylvania. So I'm in charge of the AR1 unit. It'll be myself and my partner Matt Brower, who's not here. He's an EMT, I'm a paramedic, so AR1 has that quick response capability. When you call that 511 number, it goes through PennCom. They can let us know, and it's kind of an expedited service. We'll respond. We have all the capabilities of treating an advanced life support medical emergency, so we can get that care started. We transport minor, low acuity patients, so if you're able to walk, there's no immediate life-threatening injury, we can give you a courtesy ride over to the hospital. If you do require more advanced treatment en route and care en route to the hospital, we'll get you to go by ambulance, and as long as it falls between those hours of operation, that will be covered under the medical amnesty program, so you won't get a bill for that. You guys will see us on campus. You'll see we're in an SUV. It's marked AR1. It's a red SUV. We have lights and sirens, so you might see us responding on campus. If you need anything, feel free to reach out, just like all the other agencies, Penn Police, MERT. You guys can reach out to us, and we can get you the resources that you might need.
So just one final thing about MERT is because we are student-run, we are always looking for new EMTs every year. So even if you've come into Penn and you don't have an EMT certification, but you're interested in the work that we do, we have an EMT class that runs every spring through the Perelman School of Medicine, and applications open in the fall. So if you go to our website, pennmert.org, or follow us on Instagram at pennmert, there'll be more information there. And if you already have your EMT certification, we also take members that way. But that's all that we had to speak about MERT, and thank you for your attention, and have a great year.
Okay, everyone have a good idea of medical amnesty? Yes? How many times can we use medical amnesty? What? Unlimited. Let's hope you don't need it. Unlimited. We want you to be safe. We want you to be healthy. We're going to talk to our friends from Wellness in a minute. But we do want you to take advantage of it if you yourself or you're worried about a friend. Please do not hesitate to call. And what's the number we want you to call? 215-573. Oh, wow. quick learners, these Penn students, you know. Let's talk a little bit about an option if something happens that's not covered under medical amnesty, right? We do something in our community, whether it be related to alcohol intoxication or not, but there might be some accountability process assigned to it. We partner really closely with our friends over at Restorative Practices and Community Standards, and I wanted you to hear a little bit about what they offer to our community, both in the wake of an incident of harm or some other type of incident, but also as a community resource as well. Pablo?
Awesome. Good morning, everybody. My name is Pablo. I am the Associate Director for Restorative Practices at Penn. And as Paige says, we do all sorts of different things on campus. We work with faculty, staff, and students, so everybody across the university and all the schools here at Penn. And we also partner with basically everybody you're going to see on the stage this morning. We're a resource that can both preemptively provide support for community building before anything has happened, a chance to learn through trainings or through facilitated conversations, building relationships and a strong foundation so that harm is less likely to happen between people in their community, and also so that we're better equipped to deal with it if it does happen. And as Paige mentioned, if something does happen, right, if you have done something that hurts somebody else in our community or someone's done something to hurt you, we also provide direct support in response to those sorts of situations. Support that's aimed at promoting healing and meaningful accountability, right? So all of our processes are private, they're voluntary, and they're all about self-determination for the participants. That could be you. And they provide an opportunity to address what happened and make a strong plan for how to move forward from that situation, from that harm, from that conflict in a good way. So like I said, we're private. You can reach out to our team and to our office to learn more information. You've been told to take your phones out before. Very weird at an event like this, but do take your phones out again. We have a QR code right here that will take you to our website where you can get more information about all the variety of things that we can do for you and in partnership with you at Restorative Practices at Penn. And hopefully you will be able to either proactively partner or reactively give you some support in healing or accountability. So if you want more information, you get that. And for more information about more information, Paige has more to say.
Thanks, Pablo.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Pablo. So you've heard a lot about our police department, some about our security operations with that walking escort. Hopefully you do have that number in your phones. You can always request a walking escort through that same 215-573-3333 number. But we also have other ways that we want to support you in your experience here at Penn. And one of those ways is to give you pertinent and timely information. That's how we're going to communicate with you through the UPenn alert. You are already signed up for these UPenn alerts. You're opted in. You're going to get them through text as well as through email. If you are changing your phone number or getting a US number, make sure that you have updated that in Path at Penn. You want to just go through update my personal information. You'll see UPenn alert student 123. And you can put in up to 3 different numbers in there to receive those alerts. Those, again, are text messages, emails that we're going to send to you when there's something happening in our community that we need you to know about. So you want to make sure that you have that information updated. When we send you those UPenn alerts, you're always going to get at least 2 texts from us. So you're going to get that text kind of immediately saying, here's what's happening, avoid a certain area, or take this specific action. And then you're going to get a follow-up text from us that says, all clear, resume normal activity. The most popular of these is snow day, no classes. And then the least popular is the snow has melted, go back to school now. But you are going to get those 2 texts from us. So again, make sure your information is updated. That's the way we're communicating information to you, right, through those UPenn alerts. On the flip side, and I saw some of you take your phones out, hopefully the QR code can work on this screen, is the Penn Guardian app. That's the way you can provide information to us, to public safety. So you download the app by searching for Rave Guardian in the App Store or Google Play. You sign up with your Penn email address, so just your kind of Penn key at upenn.edu, and the rest of it comes preloaded with our information and so on. What's helpful about having this app on your phone is that you can set up a profile. When you call public safety, we know who's calling us. You can put as much or as little information in your profile as you feel comfortable. We recommend things that you would want a first responder to know about you. Allergies, chronic medical conditions, whatever it might be that you'd want someone rendering care to know about you. When you call us, not only do we see your profile come up, but we can also get the GPS information on your phone. It's only when you call us, we're not following you around. Be free, we're not following you. But when you call us, it does allow us to expedite our response to your location if you have this app on your phone. And then the last thing that's really helpful about this app is you can text us through this app. So if there's ever a situation where it doesn't feel safe to speak, or perhaps you are unable to speak, or it just feels maybe a little uncomfortable to step aside and make a call, you want us to know about something, you can send us that text. And we have a quick little video just to show you how easy it is to get in touch with us via text when you have the app. You can see, you just click the Guardian app. You see that submit tip. Click on that. You can scroll through all the different types of incidences you might want to talk to about. You can hit drugs and alcohol. So that's a direct person, that's not a bot that's asking location. You're actually talking to one of our dispatchers, giving them location information. We're identifying the person wearing a red Penn sweatshirt, and then we hear first responders are on their way. About a minute and a half later, we have EMTs on the scene. And we're glad we let someone know. This is a little cheeky, I know, but it's really important. If you are at an event or anywhere as you're moving about campus and you observe something and you don't feel like you're in a space where you can make that call or it doesn't feel comfortable, but you don't want to leave that alone, please use that text option through the app. And you can only do that, you can only text us if you have the app, okay? I want to just plug, again, hopefully you're getting the sense from all of the different partners that are on our stage and have been kind of coming out in front of you that from public safety, from university life, from wellness, from community standards, from student groups, we care so much about you. We care about your whole being. We care about your safety, we care about your health, we care about your wellness. And the division across the university that does the most of that is our wellness. And I want to introduce Lauren from our wellness.
Thank you, Paige. Hi, everyone. My name is Lauren Cordova. I am with Wellness, and as Paige said, we care very deeply about your safety as well as your wellness. So we're thrilled that you're safe. That's what all these really great resources are, including some of ours. But we also want to make sure you're holistically well. So to introduce our department, I'm going to go ahead and have a video played, and then we'll review the services.
Hi, welcome to the Thrive at Penn module on Wellness at Penn. We're a division of the university dedicated to providing resources, support, and treatment options that combine to support your health and well-being. In this video, we will give you a broad introduction to wellness, including our pillars, our vision, our mission, and our core values. Let's start with the history of wellness and how it led into who we are today. Our organization is built upon two pillars that operate collaboratively to create a campus community centered on wellness. Wellness at Penn strives to create a campus that integrates the science, theory, and practice of wellness. We will work to fulfill this vision by infusing wellness across its 8 domains, illustrated here in the Wellness Wheel, throughout the Penn experience and through inclusive, innovative, and impactful initiatives. All of our efforts are fueled by compassion, accessibility, respect, and empowerment, and all are grounded in collaboration. Wellness is a core priority at Penn, and Wellness at Penn is here to offer a wide range of opportunities to access support, resources, and practical tools to meaningfully engage with your health and well-being. Student Health and Counseling has 2 physical offices. If you are seeking counseling care, You can find us at 3624 Market Street on the first floor. If you're seeking medical care, our space is located at 3535 Market on the first floor. Access to student health and counseling services is supported through your clinical fee. All full-time and dissertation status students and exchange students here for a semester or more must carry comprehensive health insurance as a condition of student enrollment at the University of Pennsylvania. If you have your own insurance coverage, you may waive enrollment in the Penn Student Insurance Plan, affectionately referred to as PSIP. If you need immediate medical or mental health support, here are some resources to get help. Please note, Student Health and Counseling has 24-hour support numbers for both counseling and medical care. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you need immediate support. We're always here for you. We recommend pausing this video now and saving these numbers in your phone. This concludes our introduction to wellness. Stay connected with us by following us at Wellness at Penn on Instagram, at Life at Penn on TikTok, or reaching out to us or visiting our website at wellness.upenn.edu. Welcome to Penn and best of luck.
Okay, that's a little bit about us, a broad overview. Really excitingly and fun fact, that is available on your Canvas Thrive at Penn module. So if you need us at any time and you can't remember the phone numbers or you don't know where to start, one, we have tons of resources for that, and two, you can find that on Canvas. So up here is a list of some of our services that we provide to support you all in your health and well-being. We partner very closely across campus with a large variety of folks, including Paige and a lot of the other folks you've already seen. Some tips I will give you before I wrap up is Paige just talked about our Penn Guardian app. I highly recommend considering what you're comfortable sharing in there in terms of any conditions you would want a first responder to know about, medications or allergies. And then pro tip, I suggest you take a picture of your health insurance card, which you all are required to have, save that to your Apple Wallet, and you can even save that information in your Penn Guardian app. This will be really helpful if you are in an emergency and do need medical support to have that ready to go when you are receiving that medical support. Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren. And our hope is that you're taking in a lot of numbers, you're taking in a lot of resources, people are talking at you for a week long, I know, we get it. But if you forget any of the things that we've talked about today, you lose your phone, you have to update all of your numbers, all of that, we want you to remember, obviously, our number of 215-573-3333, but you can also, if you can plug it into your brain, 215-898-HELP. Starting with the helpline when you don't know where else to start is a great place to get you connected to where you eventually want to go. So if it's to get connected to 24/7 wellness support through 746-WELL, we can do that. If it's to get connected to an academic advisor, to your college house folks, we can do all of that right from that number 24/7. So if you're worried about a friend or yourself, or you just want to figure out kind of where your next step needs to be, you can dial 898-HELP. We do get some phone numbers for like basketball tickets and that kind of thing. It's not really for basketball tickets, but we will get you connected to the ticket office if that's what you need. But just remember, 215-898-HELP. We're here for you. As we get going into our next part, I want to just brief you that we are going to show you a quick little video, another video. One of the things that we are thinking about from the Division of Public Safety every hour of every day is how best to keep our community, our people, our buildings, everyone as safe as possible, and trying to predict and prevent any emergencies and so on. We're thinking about that all the time. We know that you are not thinking about that all the time, and that is okay. It is our job to do that. But one of the ways that we best equip our community in being prepared for any type of emergency is to have everyone have the same basic level knowledge of our emergency procedures. So we're going to show you a quick little video. It does go over our top 3 emergency procedures. One of them does mention what to do in the event of an active threat. So if someone is trying to cause harm inside or outside of a building. It is an animated video. We recognize many of you may have had trainings like this for your previous schools, but I do want you to just take care of yourselves as we watch this video. We'll be here. And Be forewarned that at the end of the video, there will be a firefighter visit that might be pretty invigorating. So be prepared for a firefighter show up right at the end of here. Thank you.
On Penn's campus for police, fire, or medical emergencies, notify PennCom at 215-573-3333 or dial 511 from any campus phone. The team at the Division of Public Safety would like to take a moment to talk with you about being Penn Ready. Penn Ready has 3 emergency procedures: evacuate, shelter in place, and lockdown. When you hear the terms evacuate, shelter in place, and lockdown, do you feel unsure about what to do? Knowing these foundations of safety is very important. We're going to help you to be best prepared in an emergency. Evacuate, a procedure used for fire or other building emergencies. When a fire alarm sounds, get up. Always respond to the fire alarm system and follow the building's evacuation plan. Get out. Immediately exit the building. Do not use the elevators. If you need assistance, wait in the stairwell for the first responders. Know at least 2 ways out of your building. Account. Meet up at your designated building area of refuge or bar to account for all evacuees, including yourself. Await further instructions at the bar. Shelter in place is a procedure used to protect against weather, chemical, biological, or radiological emergencies in the outdoor environment. If you receive a notification to shelter in place, go inside and close all doors and windows. Stay inside the building's shelter area, just like a turtle inside of its protective shell. All Penn buildings have shelter areas. Find your shelter area listed on the Emergency Procedures Bulletin next to the elevator or stairwell. Meet your colleagues and friends at the designated shelter area. Await further instructions via the UPenn Alert emergency notification system. A lockdown represents the actions to take if someone is harming people inside or outside of a building. In the extreme event of a lockdown, stay calm and follow this guide. If you can, run away from the person doing harm to people. Your first and best choice, if it is safe to do so, is to run. If there is an exit nearby and the route is clear, evacuate to a safe area and then call the police. If running away is not possible, hide behind a locked or barricaded door. Hide until the police come to you. Fight. If your life is in danger, as a last resort, take aggressive action to harm the person trying to harm you. Commit to defending yourself with anything in reach. Now you're ready. The foundations of safety are all about knowing what to do. Evacuate. Get up, get out, and account. Shelter in place. Stay inside like a turtle. Lockdown. Run, hide, or fight. Have a police, fire, or medical emergency? Call us anytime at 215-573-3333 or dial 511 from any campus phone.
Hey, I'm Gene Janda. I'm the Chief of Fire and Emergency Services in the Division of Public Safety. I've been in the fire service for over 40 years, and one thing I know from being in the fire service is that emergencies don't happen that often. But when they do, they kind of sneak up on you, and they all start small. And usually fire emergencies start small. They grow bigger, and they can grow bigger exponentially. They can affect a whole lot of people in just a little bit of time. I strongly urge you to participate in evacuation drills. You're going to have them throughout the entire year. Second thing is not to be afraid, but if you hear a fire alarm, get up, get the people in your room out with you, get out, count, get outside, listen to that fire alarm, get to the stairwell and get out if you have to. And then that's the way you stay alive. You know, I'm going to end by saying this. I think that 2027 is going to be an outstanding year. So I'll see you on campus.
Good morning. My name is Joe Seeger. I'm with Fire and Emergency Services. That was my boss, Chief Janda, put on a great show for you. I would like to speak briefly about fire safety in college houses. So first thing, always know 2 ways out of any building you are in. Identify your exit sign, locate your stairwells, so in the event of an emergency, you can evacuate that building safely. Second, smoke detectors. Open flames are prohibited, so please do not try to remove your smoke detector in your room. Do not cover it with duct tape, plastic bag, or clothing. It is a life safety device, and it was there for you. Sprinkler systems. Please do not hang clothing, decorations, lights, anything from your sprinkler system, and please do not throw objects, footballs, basketballs, darts, or shoes at your sprinkler system, because when you do, it will break and it'll activate. Now you're going to have a problem with all your classmates below you when you cause a flood. Again, these systems are there for a reason. They're life safety systems. They are in place to keep you safe and to keep you protected. Thank you for your time, and now I would like to invite Vice President Anderson back to the stage.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, everyone. So we just threw a whole bunch of information at you, and I'm sure you paid very close attention to all of it. And as you know, the most important thing that I know you all observed and put in your phone is that one number, so say it again one more time. 215. Great job. All right. You've learned everything you need to know. But before you go, we have one extra special guest from my division. And I'm going to welcome to the stage right now Officer Julie Wesley and her partner, Officer Uman. So you have been hearing a lot from a lot of people about their favorite place in Philadelphia, their favorite place at Penn. In addition, obviously, to my headquarters, which is at 4040 Chestnut Street. Stop by anytime you'd like. Say hi. The other favorite place on our campus for me is the Penn Vet Working Dog Center. So Uman is a graduate of the Penn Vet Working Dog Center. They train dogs to be all types of emergency dogs, as well as they train them to do cool stuff like sniff out ovarian cancer. Like, it's an amazing place. They have internships. Look it up when you have some time. Uman was trained to be an ordnance detection dog. As you might have heard, we have a couple people who like to stop by, presidents and others, and so we'll do sweeps of that space, as well as things like Penn relays. I don't know if anyone here is on the track team. It would be great can't wait to see you down in Franklin Field for that. So for a lot of major events, we keep her around to make sure that the space is safe. In addition, she likes ice cream. So I'm going to give her an ice cream cone. And ready, Iman? Now don't take my finger off. Right? Oh! You toss that back up. Nice. So thank you. I want to invite everybody else out here who presented today. Give everybody here a round of applause. This is the team that you can reach out to for any questions you have. Appreciate your attention today. And for the last time, welcome to Penn. Thanks, everyone.